What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis. Of course, you are watching TWA Motorsports. And look, got a lot going on out here. As you can see, the red truck is torn apart. We are in the process of lowering it. I am filming bits and pieces of that, but I haven't had a ton of time out here. I did show you guys in a short some of the parts that I got, and this one's gonna be a little bit different. I'm not gonna show you like the entire process. I'm just gonna cut in and show you bits and pieces that I didn't use on the last truck, because we're gonna be kind of mix and matching components. Also got some stuff that came in for the green truck, but just haven't had a ton of time out here in the shop. So today, I wanna show you a couple pieces that I bought, and I'm hoping to show you guys a new update as far as my filming. So one of the complaints that I get, and sorry guys, it's like early morning, there's crickets out here. I can't really stop those. So it's just the nature of where I live. But one of the complaints that I get on the channel is every time I turn the microphone away from me, it gets muffled. And I've noticed that, and I've tried a couple things to remedy that. And I think I've got something now that's gonna work, and we're gonna switch to it in just a second. But I wanna show you guys kind of the difference here. Like when I turn the camera around, you can see how it gets muffled. But when I have it in front of me, this microphone is very directional. So in my last setup, this is a Creator Edition, like a newer, I think it's a GoPro 12 or 13 Creator Edition. So it comes with this little pack. Not necessarily in love with it, but yeah, I may be switching out a GoPro at some point in the near future. But my last GoPro was like a 7, and I had a Rode mic, I believe that's the way you pronounce it, R-O-D-E, and it was a big kind of boom mic, and it worked great. Even when I turned it different directions, it worked great. It didn't seem as bad, but this one's really muffled when I turn it around, and I've heard those complaints in the comments, guys. Some people say, I can't even hear you when you turn the, when you turn the camera away from you. You can kind of see, like I said, what I've got, what I'm filming with right now. It has a microphone built into the top. But before I show you some bits and pieces that I bought, 2 of which I'd like to go ahead and put on right now, even though you're going to see some stuff that you're going to be re-seeing in a video. Let's get this mic and see if this works better. So this is what I bought. This is the wireless Go 2 from Rode. And kind of how this works is it actually comes with 2 transmitters if you're wanting to record 2 people at one time. Obviously, it's just me out here. But I've got this guy, which is the receiver, and this will actually clip into the cold shoe on the top of the GoPro here and plug into the 3.5 audio jack. So if you get this Creator Edition like I've got, it has an audio jack in it. If not, you're gonna have to buy the proprietary GoPro piece, which is a joke. I hate that, but you have to buy it. I had it on my old camera, but that's what happened to it. It started dropping out audio. But anyway, this plugs in there. We turn it on, we turn this on, and this is like a lapel mic. So I'm hoping, guys, we can experience this where I'm not like brushing across this and making a ton of noise. I don't have to have what they call this dead cat on there, or fuzzy. You don't have to have that on there, but I figured as much as I'm like inside, outside, moving around, I thought it might be beneficial to kind of cut down on any chop in the audio. So let's turn the camera off right now. I'm gonna switch to that, and then we'll light the camera back up. I'm gonna show you these pieces with the new audio installed, and hopefully we get a little better experience. So at this point, I am hooked to this microphone. So it should be the same whether I'm facing you or I'm facing the truck. The audio should be coming through exactly the same. So hopefully that fixes all the audio issues. I'm not gonna sit here and hold this thing all the time. I'm gonna attempt to put it on my shirt here real quick, but I wanted to show you guys maybe a difference like back to back real quick before I pin it to my shirt. And like I said, hopefully I don't rustle around too much. They make a microphone where I can clip this to my hip and then run something up through my shirt and have like a lapel mic. This thing's kind of big. Hopefully I don't run it being under cars or messing around, but just trying to make the audio a little better for you guys. I have noticed that too, believe me. I have fought that. I've tried like 5 or 6 different microphones trying to fix that issue, but this seems to be the ticket. So let me know in the comments what you think, but let me get this on my shirt, and then I'm gonna go show you a couple pieces that I bought here. Okay, clipped on the shirt down here, looks dumb. You guys probably won't even see it in the video, but let's look at some of the parts that we bought, because I want to put a couple of them on right now, even though, like I said, you're going to be seeing this all. I mean, some of them I can't put on. One of them, and I'll explain it, but I got 3 parts here that I picked up off Amazon, and I will link them in the description, as well as this GoPro, this Rode mic setup, if you guys are wanting to get into something like this, if it does well. like I said, we're learning at the same time here. But you guys obviously knew I was gonna put a short antenna on this thing, so we're gonna knock that out real quick. And then I bought these just because they popped up in the feed. I had these in the last truck, and so what these are these are fillers for this, and they're American flag. I thought it looked kind of nice. My old ones, oh, that's the other side. My old ones that I had like two-sided tape, and one of them we lost going down the highway, but they're pretty simple. That is installed. And my old ones also had a lip on them, so they set like up a little bit. And so I took the tape off of them, and they never did fit right. So that actually looks really nice. It just kind of cleans up the look of the truck. Now look, I know we've got scratches and stuff, and I'd like to replace this one at some point because it's obviously had some stuff loaded in it. But if I get a cover, maybe it won't be as big a deal. Very, very simple to install. Like I said, kind of cleans up the looks of things. So that is one piece. The antenna, I'm gonna go put it on. I'll show you guys that once we, obviously, look, the antennas on these trucks. I don't understand why GM, they don't put antennas on newer Tahoes and Escalades. It's all built in the glass. Why are we still putting antennas on trucks? I don't get it. Is it that big a deal to run it in the glass? I mean, a lot of these use the same glass. I know like the Tahoes and stuff, it's in the back glass, but GM could definitely come up with something better than that ugly XM or OnStar antenna up there, I would think. And at least they started painting it to match the trucks. And this guy here, why not, to be symmetrical, put another antenna on the other side that looks like the OnStar antenna and pull this off? I don't know. But anyway, at any rate, that antenna is like, it looks like a whip antenna off of like a CB radio. It is just ridiculously tall. So I'm gonna grab a 10 millimeter. I'll pull that guy off. I'm not gonna show you guys the install. It literally is just screw the new one on. Let me do that real quick, and then we'll get to this last piece, which I thought I was gonna show you in this video, but I can't. And like I said, I'll explain in just a second. If I can get both of these in the shot here, look at that. Like, you can't even get both of them. You guys can hear the birds like fighting up on the roof about there. There's a tree right outside, and they beat around on it in the mornings. Anyway, I will say this has the longest threads of anything I've ever seen in my life. I don't remember my other one being like this, but this guy is kind of spring loaded. They said it's car wash safe, which we never pull this thing through a car wash like that, but that's it. You don't have to do anything crazy to tighten this, just by hand. Get it down on there, and definitely a lot better look, that is for sure. Just doesn't look out of place and goofy. Just a clean, hopefully this rubber holds up, we'll see. But look at that, nice. Now that now that the antenna is addressed, and the microphone for that instance, hopefully it's going well. This last piece is, like I said, I was wanting to install it, but because of some of the stuff I'm taking off for the drop, this thing has inner fender liners. But one of the things that's always drove me crazy about these trucks is the fact that they have kind of like a built-in mud flap. And it's just, I mean, look, they're not huge, so it's not like this big old man mud flap that you see on some older trucks, but it's still one of those things that I didn't even know this existed until I was literally buying some bits and pieces for this, and it popped up. This is a mud flap delete. So what they do is they make a piece of plastic that kind of matches up with the bottom but flushes that off. So we do not have that hanging down piece on the front, back. It's 6-piece. So we have 2 pieces obviously for the rear, for the front and the back, and then 1 piece for the front because there's not really one on the front side since the bumper kind of interferes with that. But this is what this is, and I'll list it in the description, and you're gonna see me install it when we get a little closer to getting, I'll tell you one thing, we're gonna take this off and put 3M on here. I don't necessarily love that. It bolts on for the most part, but this piece where it connects to the body, I believe, is kind of and I'm guessing maybe, okay, that's probably that piece there. So you can see the difference that we're gonna have here, and it matches up pretty good with the stock plastic. But we're gonna have no mud flap because this will be flush with the fender, and this big chunky piece will be gone. This tucks up underneath just like this piece does. But because I'm gonna be removing that inner fender liner, probably cleaning it. Oh, actually that's for the other side. You can tell by the bolts. Or maybe it's, yeah, that's for the other side. But we just have a couple hex or torques to get off there. Like I said, because I'm going to be removing the inner fender liner and those have to come off to do that, I'm going to wait and do this portion when we get to the back. I may cut up. This is turning into a little more of a process than I thought it was going to be as far as lowering this. Like I said, we're going to be using some other components, and you can see some stuff's taken apart, and I don't know if I panned across. I've got some of it done on the other side, but I'm filming this as I go. But we're trying to achieve a 4.6 drop as opposed to just the Ride Tech kit that I had before, which was like 2.5, 4.5. I wanted to get a little lower, which, to be real honest with you guys, the Ride Tech one really needs a notch. With air in the airbags, if you keep like 50 pounds in the airbags, which kind of hikes the rear end up, it doesn't hit the frame, but on a pretty good sized bump with anything in the bed whatsoever, and like anything under 50 pounds, the frame would hit. And so we're gonna try to remedy that by notching the frame in this. I don't care to cut the frame. If you guys are, I think that's why Ride Tech did it, is a lot of people don't want to take a brand new truck and start hacking into the frame. And I understand that. Believe me, I understand that. But I'm just trying to get a little more drop than what I had before, and it's going to require some additional pieces. Now I am going to still be using the Ride Tech stuff, which you will see in that video that's hopefully we're in the process of recording when I have time. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the few little things that we did in this video and the parts that I showed you, and hopefully the audio is going to be better moving forward. I may have to do some adjusting, like I can turn this microphone down a little bit. Hopefully it's not too incredibly loud, and hopefully it's not echoey, but maybe it's a little better experience when I'm like turned towards the truck versus turning towards me and that audio is not dropping out. But if you did enjoy this video, please, like always guys, smash that thumbs up button. If you are not subscribed, go down, hit the subscribe. Of course, like always, ring that bell notification. That will notify you every single time we drop a new video on this truck, the green truck, the Trans Am, any of this stuff out here, and stay tuned to see what we work on next.